Welcome to Masterchem Academy. Today we are going to discuss Hunsdiecker reaction. Very important name reaction. So this is used to prepare alkyl halides. Okay, alkyl halides. So most preferably alkyl bromides. Okay, alkyl bromides we can prepare by using Hunsdiecker reaction. So what is Hunsdiecker reaction? Silver or lead salt of an acid, okay, organic acid, it's a salt, silver or lead salt, in presence of Br2 or for Br2 and CCl4. So what it gives? Bromoalkane plus CO2 plus metal bromide. This is known as Hunsdiecker reaction. So what happens here? So salt of an acid, which salt? Silver or lead salt, silver salt or lead salt. So is converting into alkyl halide, okay. So how it is? General reaction RCOOAg, Br2 for CCl4, okay. Next, so what it gives? RBr plus CO2 plus AgBr, okay. Metal bromide. So if it is silver salt, it is silver bromide, AgBr. So if it is lead salt, that is PbBr2, okay, metal bromide will be formed. Okay, this reaction is known as Hunsdiecker reaction. So by using, what is the conversion? Silver salt of carboxylic acid, is converting into, alkyl halide, alkyl bromide. Okay, now this reaction is also called as Borodin-Hunsdiecker reaction. Okay, Borodin-Hunsdiecker reaction or Hunsdiecker reaction. Okay, now if you take one example, that is CH3COOAg. Okay, what is this? Silver acetate. Okay, with the Br2 for CCl4, what is the product? That is CH3Br, methyl bromide, okay, plus CO2 plus AgBr, okay. So silver salt of carboxylic acid, now converted into alkyl halide, okay, bromoalkane. So for bromination, it is most convenient method for the bromination of silver or lead salt of carboxylic acid. Okay, sometimes in examination you may get applicative type, that is one of the examination, so it was given as CH3CH2COOH and Ag2O or PbO, second Br2 for CCl4. So what is this conversion? Again it is same. So this is prior step to this one, okay, this is prior step to this one. How to get this silver salt from carboxylic acid? You will get silver salt or lead salt from carboxylic acid only, okay, from carboxylic acid when reaction with Ag2O or PbO. So first step with this, what you will get? That is CH3CH2COOAg, silver salt of propionic acid. Okay, now this on conversion, here Br2 for CCl4, what you will get? CH3CH2Br plus same CO2 plus AgBr, okay, or lead salt also, here Ag2O or PbO. So if you take this PbO, this is CH3CH2COO taken twice Pb, this will be formed, okay. If you take Ag2O, this one, so because Ag valency is 1, that's why, so AgBr will be formed, but here Pb valency is 2, that's why PbBr2 will be formed here, okay. So this is taken twice Pb, okay. So acetate propionate taken twice Pb with Br2 for CCl4, So next what you will get? CH3, CH2, Br same, plus CO2 plus PbBr2. Valency is 2. That's why here AgBr, here it is PbBr2. Okay. So direct question or indirect applicative type. Applicative type. Okay. Prior to this step, what is this step? Acid by using Ag2O or PbO first convert into salt of silver or lead salt of acid, and then with Br2 for CCl4. So you will get the corresponding alkyl halide, alkyl bromide. So this is Huns-Dekker reaction, and I will give one more example for this. PH COOH, Ag2O or PbO, second step Br2 CCl4. What is the product and what is the name of this reaction? Okay, what is the product? First with COOH Ag, so it converts into COOAg, CO minus Ag plus. Okay, COOAg. Next this converts into alkyl halide, Br plus CO2 plus AgBr. This is the reaction, Huns-Dekker reaction. Okay, now take example third. So for any skeleton, so we can write this. So one Ag2O or PbO, Br2 with the CCl4. So what is the product? Just replace. How to write the product? Just replace COOH with bromine. Okay. So simple tip, just replace COOH with Br, and remaining is decarboxylation and so corresponding metal halide. Okay. So this reaction is known as Borodin-Huns-Dekker reaction or Huns-Dekker reaction. Now not only bromination, we have halogenation, fluorination, chlorination, bromination, iodination. Okay. So we know that fluorination is always a violent reaction, leads to a violent reaction, and a chlorination, bromination, we can achieve chlorinated or brominated product by using Huns-Dekker reaction. Okay, in place of bromine, if we use chlorine, so chloroalkane will be formed. Okay, chloroalkane, bromoalkane we can prepare by the Huns-Dekker reaction. What about iodination is an important point here. So by chlorination and bromination, haloalkane will be formed, but with iodination, ester will be formed. This is the important here. By chlorination and bromination, haloalkane will be formed, but with iodination, ester will be formed. How it is? So example, RCOOAg, I2, RCOOR plus CO2 plus 2AgI. Okay, with iodine, RCOOR will be formed. This reaction is known as Birnbaum-Simonini. Okay, not that much important. So this reaction is known as Birnbaum-Simonini reaction, particularly iodination reaction. Chlorination and bromination, we can call it as Huns-Dekker reaction or Borodin-Huns-Dekker reaction. But with iodination, what is the product? Ester, and the reaction is known as Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. Okay, now mechanism for Huns-Dekker reaction. Okay, so it follows free radical mechanism. So if you take example RCOOAg, so Br2 for CCl4, RBr, CO2, AgBr. Okay, for this reaction, so let us discuss the mechanism. So first RCOOAg with Br2 with CCl4, so it converts into RCOOBr plus AgBr. Okay, so RCOOBr and AgBr, two bromine atoms. So CCl4 is solvent. So here RCOOBr, so Br2, just Br attached here, Br attached to Cl, Ag. So what you will get? RCOOBr. Now this RCOOBr, okay, produces RCOO radical plus Br radical. This is chain initiation. We know that in free radical reactions, chain 3 steps are there: chain initiation, chain propagation and chain termination. Okay, so now RCOO radical gives by homolytic cleavage. Here homolytic cleavage, here it is homolytic cleavage. With the homolytic cleavage, R radical plus CO2 will be formed. Okay, this R radical with RCOOBr again, so it is continuation of chain. Okay, R radical with RCOOBr, what you will get? Here RBr plus RCOO radical. Okay, now here RCOOBr, here homolytic cleavage takes place. Okay, here homolytic cleavage takes place, that's why here free radical and free radical. If here homolytic cleavage, this R radical CO2. Okay, so next R radical here with homolytic cleavage at this place leads to the formation of RCOO radical. And so formed Br radical combined with R radical forms RBr. So these steps are chain propagation steps. Okay, so what are the chain termination steps? R radical with Br radical. R radical, so formed R radical, whenever R radical, so with combined with Br radicals, so RBr will be formed. Okay, so that leads to the chain termination. Once the free radicals are terminated by combining other free radicals, so that leads to the termination of chain. Okay, once the chain is terminated, there will be no continuation of chain. Okay, so this is about Huns-Dicker reaction. So form the product is produced here after chain termination. And what is this? Decarboxylation. AgBr is formed. Okay, this is about mechanism of Huns-Dicker reaction. Okay, with the Huns-Dicker reaction, so you should familiar with, so by chlorination and bromination you can get haloalkane, corresponding haloalkane, and with iodination, what is that? Ester will be formed. And here yield is primary alkyl halide is greater than secondary alkyl halide and greater than tertiary alkyl halide. And here it is free radical mechanism. These are the important points. Okay, and also salt used. Which salt is used? Ag2O or PbO. And what is the reagent? Br2CCl4. So these are this box is very important with respect to Huns-Dicker reaction. What is that? So oxide and reagent Br2CCl4. So chlorination and bromination leads to the formation of haloalkane, iodination leads to the formation of ester, and yield is primary alkyl halide is greater than secondary is greater than tertiary, and it follows free radical mechanism. Here this is the box. Okay, and next iodination leads to the formation of ester. This you should remember. Okay, this is the end of Huns-Dicker reaction. So we will meet in the next class.